I feel like this season, I went through a lot of adversity the last few months, right? And it's important for me to say it because it really is about showing you guys that you need to play the hand that you're dealt. And it's almost like life was testing me so much this season to see if I could really be the leader that I say I am, if that makes sense, and stay in front no matter what. And I want you to understand this entire time, situation with my mom going on, me taking over to help my sisters and still raising my kid and homeschool, all that's still going on. I've never left the challenge. I've never left my students. I never ducked off. Now there'll be some days that I was like in tears and maybe I didn't speak. Then there's some weeks I didn't want to deal with people, and there's some weeks I was in a bad mood. And but it's like accounts got flipped along the way. It's almost like flipping the accounts made me feel better. I'm not gonna lie. But of course, money makes everything just a little bit better. It's not about money making you happy, but it really does help solve the problems because I would have had an even bigger issue had I not had the money. So, but that's what I want to show you guys in this challenge. Like, it's one thing for me to tell you guys that you could flip a small account into a larger account. It's one thing for me to lead the way the entire time, no matter what's going on in life, because it's like at the same time, I want you to understand that I've recorded my losses, I've recorded my wins, and the entire time, sometimes I don't understand, but I kept a smile on my face the entire time, and that's what it's all about. It's not about where you come from, it's about what you're going to bring to the table. And then from that point, you stand on it, right? Because I know that I can do important shit in this world. I know that I've overcome a lot, but it's a matter of back in the day when I first started, before my first million, I never I didn't document the journey because it wasn't something that I had ever thought about. So it's one thing to start with these $100 accounts and to run this challenge to 150,000 because you guys have seen me run a lot of accounts to six figures plus. But it's going to be another story if I start with this $100 account, no matter how many times it takes, just to show you guys that where you are now is not where it has to end. And that could be good or bad because it's just like I come from a long family of black men and women with master degrees, but it's just like even that standpoint of them having master degrees, I seen the way that they live, and this is my 30th year on earth in the world. So it's just like I know what I like, I know what I didn't like. I understand how I was grew up and what I would have changed back then or what I would have wanted back then and what I would implement for the future so that the same trials and tribulations that I had to go through back then is not the same trials and tribulations that my daughter is having to go through now. You know what I'm talking about? Like I didn't go to college, mainly because I was just taking care of my sisters. Because I mean, my mom was a diagnosed schizophrenic, so it was a matter of a lot of responsibility in the beginning that I had to adjust to, and then it's like it's family members that I'll never forgive because the situation is it was very avoidable until it fucking wasn't, and then it's like my whole life changed over the period of really me coming back and trying to be back into the mix because I had took 8, 9 months off last year because the payment process went down. And then fucking Merrill Lynch fucking shut my accounts down. It's just like back to back to back to back. And then I had that fucking domestic violence incident fucking last summer too. But then in the midst of all of that, what's always been there for me is a skill set that I have. And it's almost like I focus in more on it whenever I'm going through like turmoil in life because it's a matter of just a set of rules that I'm looking at is nothing that I have to guess about, if that makes sense. And every other part of my life, I felt like I had no control over, but the market is the one thing that I do have control over because I can decide whether I want to be a buyer or seller. I can decide if I want to take the profit or if I want to hold it. I might not have control over manipulation or understanding when exactly I'm in consolidation, but you'll get that along the way. So it's very important for me to start these accounts with $100 and to show you guys that no matter how long it takes to flip this account, it's no matter what because I have a choice in the situation of did I want to start again or not because I could have very well ended the challenge and just be like, well, fuck this shit, I'm over it. But that I don't know. I feel like it just brings different shit to the world. Like I can't sit here and tell you you can do and be anything you want to be if I can't show you firsthand. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the millionaire that went homeless, that went homeless just to show you that you could make $1 million all over again. And that's what I want to show you guys. That it's not about where you come from because my family we got mental illness, we got people that go to jail in there. Crazy ass grandma should have led a different way that she did at the top of the year and she didn't. But then it's a matter of protecting the future generations too of everything that I went through. It stops with me because if you think about it, the how do I say this? It's like my family, if I understand what I went through, my mom, my grandma, my aunties and shit like that. I understand my mom was undiagnosed schizophrenic. I understand that I grew up young. I understand that shit got weird for me about 8 years old. I understand that I wasn't allowed to have friends in high school because I mean it all makes sense now, but it's hindsight 2020. I still grew up in stupid bullshit. I still grew up in that bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? So it's just like it was a blessing and a curse because it molded me into a different way of thinking, but I'm a post-traumatic success story, I guess you would say, because it's just like I hated my situation so much that I did everything in my power to change it with that standpoint. And it's just like I can't sit here and say that I knew I would be where I am because I didn't. You know, it was just a series of decisions, good and bad decisions, just like the market is a series of buying and selling candles that's going to make up the uptrend. And it's going to be a combination of buying and selling candles that will also make up the downtrend. Over the years, I had a series of decisions that I had to make, and that landed me to where I am now. But it all stemmed from I was at the rock bottom part in my life, and I wasn't where I wanted to be because I felt like I didn't have the support growing up that everyone else did. But then it's like there's some people in this world that do have everything handed to them, and they still don't do right by it. But that's a matter of them. I feel like maybe it's how do I say it? It's a matter of I don't know, maybe some kind of entitlement because it's like you're taking life for granted and you got handed the silver spoon, just like my kid's dad. Nigga got handed a silver spoon and can't fucking do right to save his motherfucking life. For what? Get this bitch the motherfucking undiagnosed schizophrenic mama. Let that bitch struggle with raising her sisters at a young age, not going to college. And that's the difference of trials and tribulations. My kid, I didn't think that I would be the best mom for her, but I can't see it no other way. And I didn't even know that I could have kids, nor did I want kids at first, but it all worked out to where it's like I'm molding her and she molding me as well, to where it's just like even when shit get hard, it's no matter what. It's no matter what because she there. And maybe if she wasn't there, it'd be easy to just be a fucking loser, be a quitter, be a giver upper, be a not shit ass person. But it's just like it's even harder to quit when you got other people relying on you and shit like that. So it's just like as long as I've been trading, Forex, crypto futures, regular futures, options, stocks, I trade everything, but my favorite thing to trade is going to be I guess the classes that don't have the time restraint on it. Like I never liked options because they have this time restraint on there, but that was because I had a different experience. I didn't like being in real estate because I hated dealing with my fucking renters. Like bitches didn't want to pay rent. Like god damn, I gotta come find you. I'm not gonna do all this shit. Hated that shit. So it's like it's a matter of the time in the day and what it takes away from me being able to live my life. Like if I wanted a job, I would go get one. And that's what I feel like fucking real estate is. Like I'm sure eventually real estate is passive income, but that motherfucker is active income. I'm way more passive in this market. And it's because I'm holding for a long period of time. And I'm also able to time the market and have time in the market so that if I wake up late, ain't no motherfucking big deal because guess what? I'm already in fucking market. But it just takes some resiliency and consistency. And even outside of the market, I'm a very consistent person. Like the person that I'm seeing right now, it's like we may argue, we may fight, but it's just like people got to understand I'm a parentified child. So I might see things a different way, and I might call you on some shit. And I'm 9 times out of 10 gonna be a little bit more aggressive than many because we could say it's a little bit of a temperament issue sometimes, but I'm aware enough to catch it. Sometimes that bitch is on purpose because sometimes you gotta tell people what the fuck it is. Like whether I told you something properly or whether I told you something and had to rah rah with it. Both times you heard what the fuck I said. Just like we understand that if there is a main uptrend in the market and there's consolidation in the market, if you understand what that main trend is, that consolidation is going to break in the direction of trend. But that's going to come from a point of you understanding where you are in the market, what's your goals in the market. And if you don't understand what your goal is, then maybe you're not going to relate to me because you might not understand that it's okay to get rich by Tuesday and Friday. But at the same time, I want my trades to be able to run for the rest of the month, the rest of the week, the rest of the year without me being able to intrude on them, if that makes sense. Because shit, I got dogs. I just said I take care of my sisters now. I got my own fucking 8-year-old that I'm raising and shit like that, and I'm building multiple businesses. But it's just like the life that I have now, I would have never thought that I would have climbed my way all the way up here. Like it's almost like a I don't know. It's crazy to look at and think about. And it's almost like it like brings back memories and shit like that of growing up of it really all could have been so easy if somebody in the family would have just made the right decisions and they didn't. And then it's just a matter of why the fuck didn't they do it, you know? Like what's so hard about doing the hard shit if you really love the people that you claim that you love? You know what I'm talking about? Because it's just like at the end of the day, yeah, I didn't have to deal with that situation. My mom, my grandma, my auntie, shit like that. I could have left that shit for my kid, but who the fuck want to do that? I know what kind of trauma they left in my life, in my head, in my brain, but every family got one. They call it the black sheep, but the black sheep could also be good or bad. Just like the market could be a buy or a sell, and just like in the buy market, they're selling candles, and just like in the selling market, there's buying candles. It's the same shit. That's the shit I'm talking about. So you got to be willing to think outside the box, and you got to be willing to take the losses, and you take the losses as many times as it takes because just one win is going to change your entire life. So if you see me turn 100 into whatever, four, five, six figures, seven figures, a couple of different times over the period of the last 9 years, then it's almost like you got to put into perspective of what's important to you. Are you a person that takes the easy way out, or are you a person that's a no matter what person like me? Because the only people that's gonna get along with me and understand my perspective are the people that's actually building for generational wealth. Like, and I'm not talking about the people that's sitting here on fucking social media with expensive ass cars because guess what? My mama undiagnosed schizophrenic. She fucking stole a Porsche one time. She had an expensive ass car and she was a teacher. You ain't got no motherfucking $80,000 for no fucking Porsche. How the fuck she get that shit? She just wrote a check. See, that's what I'm talking about. My mama had a motherfucking Porsche. She got that bitch from the dealership, had that bitch for a long ass time before they got that shit back. Tried to sue her back, but she was mentally insane. You can't sue nobody that's fucking insane. That's what I'm talking about. I want you to understand it don't matter where you come from. All that matters is if you're gonna take the future that you say you want for yourself seriously or if you're not. Because I could tell you my experience, I could lead the way and I could run the plays, but at the same time, if I gotta beg you to set up a fucking account and to study every day, your ass not gonna fucking make it because my life was so bad back then that you didn't have to convince me of shit. I was convinced the first time I ever made $1,200 from this market, and that was in 2017. Now, fast forward, I homeschool. I live in the suburbs. I got 6 dogs. I don't know how I got 6 dogs. I see people all the time. It's a pretty good life. It was just a sad beginning, and sometimes it's sad in the middle because I don't know if people realize, but it's just like every time, and that's probably why I didn't talk about it. Every time she would have those episodes. It's almost like it was a different version of my mama that I meet all the time. And then all the trials and tribulations I ever had in my life, like my first CPS cases, came from that motherfucking situation. The market's the easiest part of my life. The market's the easiest part of my life. I want you to understand that. So it's just like when people come to me and I tell them they need to fucking look at charts this way and they say they want to do it this way, bitch, I'm not gonna argue with you. Go ahead, do it that way. Go ahead, do it. I ain't gonna know what the fuck you talking about if you don't do it the way I said do it. Because if I don't use order blocks, why the fuck you asking me about a fucking order block? You better go to your motherfucking order block mentor because that's the motherfucker that taught you that dumbass shit. You can't want my results and not want to do the shit I do. You can't want my results and not take the losses that I take. You can't want my results and only want the wins that I get. You can't get the wins because the wins is in my habits. And my habits is even in the losses. So if my habits is in the losses and we take the loss because the market may be manipulated, but my habits is right, and you change up your habits. You ain't gonna get that result. You ain't gonna get the same result as me. You better ask somebody. I show a bitch how to go down slide all the time. I'm always trading in front of people. I This is my first time trading in front of the world, and maybe I don't like losing in front of people. I could take that with a little bit more grace. I am a big shit talker. I can take that with a little bit more grace too, but sometimes niggas need to be talk shit too because they talk shit to me. Bitch, why the fuck you think you gonna start talking shit and I can't talk shit back? I think that kind of shit is delusional, but that's what I'm saying. In order to understand me, you gotta understand the way that I think. And I'm very black and white. I'm extremely common sense. I'm extremely consistent in and out of this market. It just might not look like it because it's like people have this. It's the way that I speak. It's in the way that I look. It's you don't like the messenger. Well, bitch, you finna get the message because I got the best results. Whether you get the message now, whether you got the message 5 years ago, or whether it take you 15 motherfucking years to get that message, it's gonna go ahead and add a 15-year price tag to that motherfucker. Because private mentorship already at $75,000. When I left a year ago, that bitch was at like 65,000, and people were still paying it to come to Dallas for 3 days. So it's just like at some point you got to understand, and the same thing I understood when I was where you were when I was still working a job in 2018. And it's the fact that if I wasn't a millionaire back then and I wanted to get like millionaires in my circle, I had to make myself of substance, if that makes sense. And if I couldn't make myself of substance to them, the only way that I was going to be able to learn from them is going to be through YouTube videos and through books and through trial and error. But if your ass don't want to fucking lose, I don't know what the fuck you gonna do. Because we go through the same shit. We went through the same life for the most part. You ain't got no excuses. The job, I be so tired. Bitch, I used to work too. I was so tired. Fuck them niggas. Hate them. Oh my God, I never go back. What? I'll never go back. But at the same time, I had favor in my life. Oh, I had to fight a court case. Oh yeah, I had to fight a court case too. I won that motherfucker too. It did help that I paid 10,000 for a lawyer, but bitch, if I didn't have my own train of thought, think about this. If I didn't have my own mindset on how shit's supposed to work and how I am spiritually, and that there is a God, and no, the goddamn real, I ain't done enough shit to go to motherfucking jail. My ass would have been pleading down, not believing in myself. I believe in myself. I don't live no bad life. I'm not doing stupid shit to people. I'm out here to motivate you guys. I'm out here to help you believe that you could do anything, to show you what's really possible in this world. Because motherfuckers in this industry is not showing you what's really possible. They're showing you what they need to show you in order to get your mind turning. But really, if you think about it, it's the same shit. Why the fuck nobody told me that a descending wedge is gonna get me into an uptrend, an uptrended by? Why the fuck is that so hard to say? But it's the same conversation. It's the same verbiage of why the fuck did my grandma tell me she didn't think my mom was taking her fucking medicine? You don't think that's some important motherfucking shit to say? My kid just started going back over there back then a few months ago. And you don't think that's important shit to say? What I'm talking about? Can't be taking nobody seriously. I don't take nobody seriously because at the end of the day, I done a lot of shit in the world. I done helped a lot of people. I done taught a lot of people, and a lot of people got let up my fucking results. But at the same time, there's some people that ain't got no results. There's some people that ain't got no motherfucking results, and they've been working with me even fucking longer. What's the difference? The only difference is the person. I could say it's the same thing between me and my two younger sisters. There's three of us. I'm the oldest. I got the younger one. I got two younger ones, and I'm the oldest. One middle, one the youngest. The youngest one is like the story of the drunk dad. One brother became something, and his excuse as to why he reached his goals and aspired for the best was because his dad was drunk, and this is what he'd been through. And then the other brother was failing at everything, and then damn near became the dad. Monkey see, monkey do. And that's one of my youngest sisters. That's my youngest sister. The middle one, cool. She regular. The youngest one, I'm this way because my mom is an undiagnosed schizophrenic, and I had to go live with my sister when I was in high school. You ever motherfucking think my sister is 18 years old and she don't know how to take care of no motherfucking cats? You ever think about that? That's what I'm saying. So you can use your circumstance as a reason to fail, or you can use your circumstance as a reason to succeed. And both times, we're not gonna give a fuck until you make something of yourself. I know I'm not. You could tell me your story all motherfucking day. You're not gonna get no sympathy from me because I didn't been through the same shit, if not worse. And here I am standing at the top because I didn't quit. I'm not no fucking quitter. You can't tell me shit. I'm not gonna be discouraged. I just know that if you really want to change your life, you're gonna do that shit on your own accord because that's exactly what I had to do. And here I am. So I done turned 100 into $100,000 a few times. I've had students turn 100 into $100,000 a few times. I done turned a lot of accounts, but you guys are gonna see the site's almost up. It's almost time to get this ball rolling. This is the first week of the account challenge without the what do you say? Without the time restraint on it. Right now we're in GU buys, Euro USD buys. I don't think we're in GBP JPY yet, but we might be soon. But all the alerts are in the signals. We're in USD CAD. I think we're in NZD USD. If you run the page signals, you'll get updated. If not, you're just gonna watch the results when they come out. But just because you're not where you want to be, don't mean you can't get there. It just means you better not motherfucking quit until you get there. And if you quit, don't nobody want to hear about why the fuck shit didn't work out for you. We know why it didn't work out because you fucking quit. Because you didn't fucking have that dog in you. You better get it in you. It's no other way around it. There is no other motherfucking way around it. So you might as well kiss that shit. Ain't no balance either. Ain't no balance. Kiss that shit goodbye. That shit gone. That shit gone. That's all I got for y'all. I'm ready. I'm ready for this challenge. Let's knock this bitch out.